Marking a milestone, DEP Cabinet Secretary Randy Huffman had his 5th anniversary as the head of the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection. Appointed by Governor Joe Manchin in May 2008, following 20 years of service with DEP and its predecessor agencies, Secretary Huffman oversees an agency of more than 800 employees charged with keeping our environment safe. In an interview earlier this year with DEP's Tom Aloise, we asked Secretary Huffman about the state of the environment in West Virginia and the changes he's seen during his time with the agency.
You know, we've come a long way. I think we have a long way to go, even if we don't know exactly where that is, because again, the future is not predictable, and I think we will be regulating things and processes and procedures 15 years from now that don't even exist. What I'm most proud of as a state is I've watched us come from a very politically charged state in the 80s and even before that, before I was involved, to a state whose political system is truly out to do the right thing. When I look at our legislature and I look at our current governor and the previous governor that I worked for, I see honorable people trying to do the right things for the right reasons, and I'm really proud of that. I think that you know, that's something that unfortunately West Virginia years ago developed maybe a negative reputation for. I don't think that reputation is founded any longer, and as in my tenure here in the state, I've seen that change and go from one end of the spectrum to the other, and you know, and for that reason, I think working in this system has been a tremendous honor for me.
Teaching students about West Virginia's diverse ecosystem and becoming good stewards of the environment is the goal of this year's Envirothon. Sponsored by the West Virginia Conservation Agency, the Envirothon pits teams of students from area high schools in a competition designed to teach natural resource knowledge and critical thinking skills. Students compete in 5 subject areas: forestry, soils, aquatics, wildlife, and a current environmental topic, working and learning in real-world settings guided by environmental professionals. Top teams earn college scholarships. Winners at this year's competition include teams from Doddridge County, Ravenswood, and Elkins. Nearly $15,000 in scholarships and cash awards are up for grabs at this month's Youth Environmental Day at North Bend State Park. Judging for this year's entries was completed earlier this month. This is the 50th anniversary of Youth Environmental Day, held annually at North Bend State Park. Awards are made possible by companies that contribute donations such as DuPont Washington Works, which contributed $5,000 to the program this year in observance of its own 65th anniversary. We'll have more from this year's 50th anniversary celebration of Youth Environmental Day coming up in next month's Environment Matters. Just ahead, a trip of a lifetime and a chance to bring the message of environmentalism halfway around the world. We're back in a moment.